All right, so we're gonna do some Colombia. We're gonna do it for the month of August. So we're gonna do 4 classes, Mondays, maybe, pretty close to Mondays. And we're gonna start off pretty slow today with just some basic steps, and we're just gonna build a little sequence as we go. So for Colombia, basically it is a dance, it's a rumba, so it's a secular dance, and it's, unlike Guamanco, it is dance solo, and it's basically just showing off who is the best dancer. It was traditionally only danced by men, but nowadays women dance it too. Some women don't. I don't give a shit if you want to dance it or not. But if you didn't, you wouldn't be watching this. So dance it, why don't you? Or don't. And it's also 6/8 feel, unlike Guamanco. So the non-technical, practical explanation of 4/4 versus 6/8, if you're unfamiliar with that, 4/4 time signature is like very like straight and even. So you've got those 4 beats that we lock into. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. It's like 4/4 feel, and then 6/8. We're still going to lock into those same 4 beats, but everything else around it is in triplets. So basically, I'm going to fuck up this microphone. Basically, 6/8 has a feel of like, we're still going to lock into 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it has like a little, not like a swing, but that's the difference anyway. So you just have to kind of feel it. If you're a musician, then you probably understand it way better than I explained it. But Colombia is 6/8, and okay, the attitude. So the attitude, the whole point of the dance, as this kind of rumba is, like I said, dance solo. It's all about who is the best dancer. So the whole attitude behind all the steps has to be basically, I'm the shit. So even if you don't feel like the shit, you have to like fake it, otherwise the movements aren't gonna look right. So even when you're learning, it's like you feel like a newborn calf. It's kind of hard to give off like a vibe of just like, yeah, I'm the shit. So basically you have to get comfortable with the basics, which is what today is about, and then as you get comfortable with the movements and you start learning new movements, as we do the sequence, you have to put some like, yeah, even if it's fake swag, you have to put some swag on it so that it looks right. In these classes, I'm gonna try to do this like on a monthly kind of a thing, like 1 class a week for now, and then who knows, maybe add to it, as things change, because Lord knows things are changing. But yeah, I think like 4 classes dedicated to a particular topic once a week. So like this month it'll be, we'll say Mondays, and we'll just keep going with that, and then September we'll do something else, and so on and so on. So maybe some little bonus videos in between there also. And I'm starting a channel membership thing, but I'm not ready to talk about it yet. All right, and also, yeah, the class is probably gonna be like a manageable length. So not like a full-on, like normal class length, just try to keep it more consumable. If you wanna make your own kind of like full, like if you just like, oh, I've got an hour plus to do like one of these classes and like you're really feeling it, I would say get a good like warm up with like isolations and all that stuff, and have that be the first part, and then kind of do maybe whatever video it is. So in this case, like today's video, for however long that video is, and then kind of like learn the sequence and learn whatever we're doing, and refer back to it as needed. And then for like the rest of it, just kind of, is like, I'll be using Percussion Tutor, so if you have that app, or if you have your own music, put on some music once you get the sequence dialed in, and then just rep it over and over. So, all right, with that, I'm gonna put on, and also I'm not, other than probably bleeping out swear words so I don't lose money on these, I'm not editing these. So it's just gonna be like, it's gonna be like a live class, sort of, just not live. All right, so this is the rhythm. All right, where are we gonna get our like, feel foot? Yeah. So that's like the triplety kind of feel, but we're locking into I had my spot marked, something like this. So for the posture, so like Wallenko is like that kind of like bent over action. This one takes more from flamenco. So it's not even just standing up, like straight isn't even enough. It has to have that like extra like Spanish action to it. So what you can do that, you don't have to over exaggerate this. You can still have you can almost have like a flat back, rounded kind of, but what gives you the chest is keeping the shoulders pulled back. So anyway, like a very large departure from like we're dancing rumba, flamenco. It's got to be more upright. So just start feeling like tapping the step, and it just has to be a little bit more elevated. And it has to have, so it's almost like you can get the vibe from it from kind of like looking down your nose a little bit. But it has to be a lot of confidence. You have to feel it up in the torso. And so the other thing is that if you're a woman dancing this, there's no girl version of dancing Colombian. So it's just like the women dance it the same ways, same posture, same everything as the guy would. There's no like softer, like feminine version of Colombia. It's always danced with the same aesthetic. And so the coordination is still opposite. So press, step, and then it's just opposite hand. Boom, boom, dinky, dinky, dinky. All right, and then so just to get into some more movement, we're gonna replace the presses right here with kicks. So kick, 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 just across. So nice and low, boom, and let your torso kind of compensate and help you out with the balance. The arms, just for now. And so we're gonna add arms to it. The down arm is just gonna go to the same side pants that you're kicking with. Boom, 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 boom. All right, and then the free arm is just gonna go up. So just the free arm up. We'll slow it down a little bit. We'll stop for a second, actually. All right, so the free arm is gonna go up. And as long as you keep a nice shape to your arm, it doesn't have to super extend. There's like a nice relaxed level that you can still, you're moving your arm from your back, right? And you kind of like, you can kind of lead with the elbow and just leave the hands nice and relaxed. And you just want to bring it up and keep that same comfortable arc. Keep your shoulder, your traps or whatever down so you don't, not up like this, nice and low, right? And so if I'm going, okay, I'll do, yeah, it's like, it should be like this. So if I'm going one side and then to the other, and then to the other, and then to the other. So I'm giving my shoulder forward to whatever is forward, so the mirror, whatever. All right, I can go up on this toe. This is good practice for like Colombia also. Grab the pant, and then this arm is gonna, free arm's gonna go up. I'm gonna change, all right? So I'm gonna bring up on kind of the toe on the right foot in this case. Right arm or right hand grabs the pants, and then the left arm is gonna go up. And so when you're kind of like figuring out how you want it to look, you're getting the coordination, you let the mirror be your friend, you know, and just kind of see, it's like, oh, okay, well, if I was gonna pose for a photo, you know, like what would look good? Do I like what I'm seeing? I've got a little bit of a twist, you know, the arm has a nice arc, I'm not shrugging too much, right? And then just kind of go back and forth, boom, and make sure the arms are moving from the back. Boom, 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 boom. All right, and so if I put that with the kick, so I'm gonna go across, 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 across. So in this case, the free arm is gonna be in back, and the kick's going across. Change, free arm goes down, the one that was at the pants is gonna draw up, boom. So it can be kind of a continuous motion. And you're moving the arms from the back, you're kind of like leading the motion with the elbow each time. So the arm's gonna go up and then down. So we had dink, get dink, get dinky, in dink, dink, get dink, get dinky, in dink, dink, get dink, get dinky, in dink. Think, got thinking, and think. We can do that just to drill kind of the basics. We'll do that with slow version of this rhythm. So it's gonna go back and forth. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And no, you don't need to be barefoot for this. This is not specifically a barefoot dance by any means. This is a whatever you want to have on your feet dance. Feeling it in the chest, in the torso. The arms are moving always from the torso. So we'll just do 2 more. Okay, I can't count. I was already thinking about what I'm gonna try to do next, but this is at least 2. Okay, good, all right. So now we're gonna explore a little bit. We're gonna get into moving around a little bit with three steps. So what is gonna change is how we syncopate those out. Syncopation is a word that I use that I don't know what it means. But basically we're gonna take 3 steps, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The emphasis of the movement is gonna be on the second step, which also, by the way, if you're into casino, carries over nicely into casino. So everything we're gonna do is starting with the right foot. So the right foot is gonna kind of chamber and then just step underneath the center. I'm really not gonna change where I'm at. So I'm putting down the right foot. And by the way, for the arms, that means that the right foot is gonna be the one that goes for the pants or is lower, depending on what I'm doing with my arms. Whatever foot is stepping with first. So in this case, the right foot's gonna step. I'll be doing whatever arm movement is gonna be with the opposite or the left arm, all right? So 1 is with the right. Let's say I'm going over towards my right. 2, be kind of crossing over with the left. And then the third step is just collecting. So the first step is just changing under your center. The movement, if I was going forward, if I was going to my left, in this case I'm going to my right, so I'm crossing over, all right? The movement emphasis is on the second step, and the third step just collects. So if I'm going 1, 2, 3, if I was gonna continue moving, start with the left foot now, underneath the center on the first step, moving, so this one I don't have to cross, I'm just opening up 2 with the right foot, and then collecting together on 3 with the left. So just like in casino, when we step underneath and then walk, we're 1, 2, 3, carry over right here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. So that is going to be 3 steps and a pause, just like casino or salsa or whatever. We're hitting those 4 beats. It would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm dancing pretty small because I'm really not sure about how much frame I have, so I'm dancing a little bit compact. All right, but I can be moving as big or whatever as I need to. So if I'm going from 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That is stepping in 3s. So in the cadence of gang, 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 gang. All right. So one more. 1, dinky, 2, dinky, 3, dinky, 4, and 1, 2, 3, E. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So very important to change the weight each time, even when you're setting up for it. In this basic that we had with the press and then the step meaning changing the weight, press, no weight change. Press, step, change the weight. Press, step, 3, 4, and. So on the step, stepping with the left, and then you change 1, 2, 3, E. 1, 2, 3, E. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So the arms are just opposite, not really emphasizing the arms so much. But if I'm stepping with this foot, because we're mirror, so whatever this foot is for you, boom, right? That arm's going to be low, and then the opposite arm is going to be styling. It's not styling, it's not the word. Moving, all right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it gives the idea where the emphasis on the second step that it's like same arm, same foot, which is not something that we're particularly used to for Rumba. Any of the Rumbas, it usually has a very like opposite kind of feel. But it is determined by whatever foot is stepping first. So we got your left foot stepping first, and so the right arm is going to be the one that's moving, even though the right foot is doing most of the moving. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right? So we're going to take that and we're going to just change it a little bit. Instead of going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, we're going to keep 3 steps still, but we're going to take the first step and nudge it a little bit earlier. Gang, gang. Gang, 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 gang. All right, so what's happening basically is that the second step, the one that has the emphasis of moving, so in this case, 1, 2, 3, my left foot now is going to be hitting on the first beat of like whatever can't think of the word. Like the 1. So I'm aiming for my second step to happen on beat 1, or the start of the phrase. All right, so what I need to do is take my first step and bring it 1 beat before. All right, so gachan, e, gachan, e, gachan, e. So if I put on music, it'd be easier to kind of see what I'm babbling about, maybe. All right, so pop, 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 pop. If I've got just like the straight 3 steps, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right, all right. What I want to do now, take the 3 steps, make the second step hit on So I've got to cheat the first step a little bit earlier. Ba, ba, e, ba, ba, gang, gang, e, gang, 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 e, gang, 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 e. So the name of this step would be kachan, kachan, kachan. So it goes nicely with what your body is actually doing. Kachan, kachan, kachan. All right. So what we could do for practice, we'll have a little basic. We'll move to the right, doing 3 steps. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we move back to the left. Kachan. And so if you're struggling with the change of the rhythm, because everything's very specific about how you have to change your weight, it's not a bad idea to just clap it out. So if you're going to clap it out, so you can do that like with the feet, without the feet, with my feet, whatever. But if you're struggling with the rhythm, that's how, if your feet were playing drums by clapping, that's what they would sound like. So if we actually dance it, 1, 2, 3, 4, and ba, gu, da, gu, tinky, in, tink. So 3 steps to the right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Kachan, kachan. Kachan, kachan. And we'll just take it back to a basic. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, ku, ta, ku, tinky, in, tink. Ta, ku, tinky, in, tink. Gang, gang, gang. Gang, gang, gang. Gang, gang, gang. Gang, gang, gang. Kachan, 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 kachan. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Kachan, kachan, e, kachan, e, kachan, e. The e, third step, is the one that people tend to forget about. So what we can do is kind of close up today. So today was like easy, give you something to practice to make it feel like you're dancing more Colombia. We're going to put those little kicks in from the beginning. Right after these basics. All right, so we'll do one without all the drums, and then we'll let it rip. So we've got the basic, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Kachan, 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 kachan. All right, so we'll do a few times with music, and like I said, watch this video, get it down. You can search for Rumba Colombia on YouTube or Spotify or whatever, or if you have Percussion Tutor, you can control the tempo, put on music, and then just rip it. All right, add in the drums, keep it. This is for reference, this is 103 beats a minute. I had a little mark on the floor that I really liked. I think it was this, but I don't know, I don't trust it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, aim. So remember, attitude, 3, 4, kicks, 3 steps. Doom, 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 doom. Kachan, 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 kachan. 1, 2, 3, 4, aim. Da, da, ding, ding. 3, 4, aim. Aim. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Kachan. 1, 2, 3, 4, kicks. 3 steps. Good. All right. So that's like a good start. Practice that, and so what we'll do is we can use that as a framework when we start adding more movements to it. But for now, just get those down and get kind of moving with 3 steps, even, and kachaning around. It'll be good. All right, see you next week.